You're standing inside Anfield. 90 minutes are on the clock. Your team is losing. 50,000 voices crash down from the stands like thunder. Across the world, millions of people are frantically searching for Liverpool versus Tottenham. Some are typing, "Where can I watch Liverpool versus Tottenham?" Others are refreshing live score pages. But right now, none of them matter, because the ball is about to fall to you, and if you miss this moment, it disappears forever. Welcome to the final seconds of a Premier League match. Earlier tonight, the match seemed finished. The stadium lights burned brightly over Anfield, and from the very beginning the atmosphere felt different, heavy, confident, almost inevitable. Liverpool were playing at home. And when Liverpool play here, history usually follows a familiar script. In the 18th minute, that script began unfolding exactly as expected. Dominic Szoboszlai stepped over the ball just outside the penalty area. The defensive wall formed. The crowd held its breath. For a moment, the entire stadium seemed frozen in anticipation. Then his foot struck the ball. The free kick curled through the air as if it had a mind of its own, rising over the wall and beyond the outstretched hands of the goalkeeper, straight into the net. For a split-second silence. Then Anfield exploded. 50,000 voices erupted at once, shaking the entire stadium. Red scarves rose into the air as players sprinted into celebration. Liverpool led 1-0. And inside a stadium like this, that single goal can feel enormous. Because when Liverpool score first at home, the pattern is almost always the same. They slow the tempo, they control possession. They suffocate the game. From that moment forward, the match felt as though it had already been decided, because statistics rarely lie. Liverpool F.C. is historically dominant at home, especially against Tottenham Hotspur F.C. In fact, in the last 31 league games at Anfield against Spurs, Liverpool has lost only once. One loss. 30 matches that followed the same story. Liverpool controls the game. Liverpool protects the lead. Liverpool walks away with the points. And for most teams visiting Anfield, that reality feels impossible to escape. Meanwhile, your situation is very different. Your team sits dangerously close to the bottom of the league table. 16th place, not safe, not comfortable. Just a few bad results away from panic spreading through the club. Fans are already nervous. The media is already asking difficult questions. Every press conference feels heavier. Every match carries more pressure than the last. And another loss tonight would only intensify everything. Minutes pass. Liverpool controls possession with calm confidence, short passes, sharp movement. Every touch designed to drain the clock. The crowd grows louder with every successful sequence. Every completed pass feels like confirmation that the result is inevitable. To them, the match feels secure. Predictable, inevitable. Time moves forward, slowly, relentlessly. The 60th minute passes, then the 70th. Every Tottenham attack begins to feel rushed, desperate. Liverpool's defense holds its shape with quiet authority, clearing crosses, blocking passing lanes, closing down space before it even appears, and with every passing minute, the hope of an equalizer seems to shrink. But football has a rule most people forget. The game is not decided by statistics. It is not decided by history. And it is certainly not decided by what the scoreboard says in the first half. Football is decided by moments, small moments, unexpected moments, moments that appear when nobody is prepared for them, moments where the entire story of a match can suddenly change. Because in football, control is always temporary. One misplaced pass, one deflection, one bounce that goes the wrong direction, and suddenly everything shifts. The structure breaks, the rhythm collapses, the match becomes something new, something unpredictable, something dangerous. And somewhere inside the chaos of this game, one of those moments is slowly forming. At first it is invisible, just another phase of play, another loose ball. Another ordinary second inside a 90-minute match. But if you look closely, you can feel it building. The tension tightening, the possibility expanding, A moment that does not belong to Liverpool. A moment that does not belong to history. A moment that no statistic predicted. A moment that is quietly moving closer, and whether the world realizes it or not, that moment is about to find you. The 85th minute passes, then the 85th. Time no longer moves normally. It leaks away. Seconds slip through the game, like water through your fingers. Impossible to hold, impossible to slow. Your lungs burn with every breath, each inhale shallow, and each exhale heavier than the last. The cold night air fills your chest, but it doesn't feel like oxygen anymore. It feels like weight. Your legs feel like concrete. Every step is slower than the one before it. Every sprint now costs twice the energy it did in the first half. Muscles tighten, your calves scream, your heartbeat pounds in your ears louder than the crowd. But Liverpool does not look tired. They move with ruthless confidence, quick passes, sharp runs, calm control. Every touch feels deliberate. Every movement feels calculated. They are not chasing the game. They are managing it. They are not panicking. They are protecting something. Victory. From the stands, the noise begins to rise again. Liverpool. 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 The chant rolls through Anfield like thunder. 50,000 voices moving in perfect rhythm. The sound vibrates through the stadium seats, through the pitch, through your chest. The fans already believe the match is over. To them, the ending has already been written. The clock is simply finishing the last page. To them, the final whistle is just a formality. Another home win. Another 3 points. Another predictable ending. The kind of result that disappears quietly into the long history of this stadium. Every second bleeds away. The referee checks his watch. Your teammates push forward, desperate for something, anything. A loose ball, a mistake, a miracle. But Liverpool's defense remains compact, disciplined, cold. Red shirts hold their positions like a wall. Every passing lane closes before it fully opens. Every attacking run is tracked. Every hopeful cross is cleared before it reaches the penalty area. Every opportunity disappears before it even fully forms. The match feels like a door that refuses to open. On the sidelines, your manager is shouting, arms waving, his voice cutting through the chaos as he points toward open spaces and demands one final push. But the noise is too loud. The stadium swallows his instructions before they reach you. The roar of the crowd crushes every word into silence. All you can hear is the thunder of the stands and the pounding of your own heartbeat. Instinctively, you glance toward the scoreboard. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 0. The numbers glow above the pitch like a verdict already delivered, bright, unforgiving, final. If this result stands, the story writes itself. Liverpool F.C. moves closer to European qualification, momentum, confidence, control, another step toward the top of the table, another confirmation of their dominance at home. Meanwhile, Tottenham Hotspur F.C. sinks deeper into uncertainty. 16th place becomes more dangerous. Pressure builds. Questions begin to appear. From fans, from journalists, from everyone watching. Later tonight, millions of people will search the match online. Highlights, post-match reactions, analysis. They will replay the moment when Dominic Szoboszlai bent the free kick into the net. They will talk about Liverpool's control, Liverpool's composure, Liverpool's dominance, and your name. It will not appear anywhere. No headlines, no clips, no attention. Just another invisible player lost inside a forgotten defeat. Just another name buried somewhere in the match statistics. Your team pushes forward one final time, one last attack. The ball moves across midfield, a quick pass, then another. Liverpool presses immediately. A defender steps forward and clears the ball high into the air. The clearance rises above the floodlights, spinning slowly against the dark sky, and for a moment, something strange happens. The ball does not go where anyone expects it to. It floats, it hangs, drifting slowly into open space. Players hesitate, defenders glance over their shoulders, midfielders scramble to recover their positions. For a brief second, the structure of the game breaks, the rhythm disappears, and in that tiny window of uncertainty, possibility appears. The ball continues to fall, slowly, silently, toward a patch of grass no one is occupying. And suddenly, everyone realizes something. The match might not be over yet. Football is not just tactics. It is chaos disguised as strategy. Managers design systems, analysts study formations, players memorize movements. Training sessions repeat the same patterns again and again until every run, every pass, and every defensive shift becomes instinct. From the outside, the game looks organized, structured, predictable. 11 players moving like pieces on a chessboard. But the truth is far simpler and far more dangerous. Football is never truly under control, because beneath every carefully planned system, chaos is always waiting. One loose pass, one awkward bounce, one half-second of hesitation, and suddenly the entire structure begins to crack. Defenders step out at the wrong moment, midfielders lose their positioning. Spaces appear where none existed before. What looked like a perfectly organized machine suddenly becomes fragile, unstable, human. And in football, that tiny fracture is all it takes. The ball ricochets off a defender. Not cleanly, not predictably, not the controlled clearance he expected. Instead, it glances off his boot at an awkward angle. The spin is wrong. The trajectory is strange. It rises into the cold night air above the stadium lights, climbing higher than anyone anticipated. For a split second, the entire stadium goes quiet, not silent, but paused, as if 50,000 people inhale at the same time. Time slows, your senses sharpen, you see everything. The defenders instinctively step forward, trying to reset their defensive line. Their bodies move on habit, pushing the line upward to catch attackers offside, but their movement is slightly rushed, slightly uncertain. The goalkeeper shifts a step to his left, reading the play as if the ball will land safely in the box. He prepares for the next phase of possession. Nothing dangerous, nothing urgent, just another clearance. But behind them, something begins to change. A pocket of empty space begins to appear. Small at first, barely noticeable. A gap between the last defender and the dropping ball. Then the space widens. One step too far forward, one moment of miscommunication, and suddenly the defensive line is not perfectly aligned anymore. The structure is no longer flawless. It is vulnerable. This is the hidden truth of elite football. Every match, no matter how disciplined, how organized, how controlled, creates one final opportunity, a tiny crack in the structure, a brief moment where the system forgets itself, where the perfect shape collapses for just a fraction of a second. Most players never even see it. The moment appears and disappears before they realize it existed. Most players arrive too late. They react instead of anticipating. And even when they do reach the moment, most panic. Because opportunity under pressure is terrifying. Your mind floods with possibilities. Shoot, pass, control, wait. In that confusion, the moment disappears. But the players who change games understand something different. They do not chase the moment. They recognize it before anyone else, before defenders recover, before the goalkeeper adjusts, before the crowd understands what is happening. They see the pattern forming while everyone else still sees chaos. And right now, that pattern is unfolding in front of you. The ball is dropping, slowly spinning beneath the floodlights. The space is opening. Defenders are stepping forward when they should be turning around. The goalkeeper is shifting in the wrong direction. And for a brief second, the entire stadium feels frozen between two possible futures. Your heartbeat accelerates. Your mind begins calculating faster than conscious thought. Distance to the ball, distance to goal, the angle of the defenders, the speed of the goalkeeper's reaction. all of it happening in less than a second, and suddenly you realize something terrifying. This is not just another play, not just another touch of the ball, not just another attack that fades away like the others before it. This is the moment every footballer dreams about and fears, the moment where everything slows down, where pressure becomes unbearable, where one decision changes everything, because in moments like this, careers split into two directions. One where the opportunity slips away, where the ball escapes your control, where the chance disappears and the match ends exactly as everyone expected, quietly, predictably. But the other direction is chaos. The kind of chaos that rewrites matches, rewrites headlines, rewrites memory, and as the ball continues to fall through the cold night air, you understand the truth. The story of this game is no longer being written by tactics, or history, or statistics. It is being written by this moment, and what you do next will decide whether the story ends in silence or in chaos.